What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and today we'll be talking about Soon token, Soon network, as it were. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Soon, one of the only tokens on the 10th that didn't really have a reaction. And when I say didn't have a reaction, I mean Zcash and Zora, they both did all right, right? But they still had massive wicks. There was some massive volatility on that day for them. Soon had no volatility at all, as if it was completely unfazed. It's crazy, right? Because most people participating in Soon, they're staking. That's why, because all the money's tied up. A dollar right now, new all-time highs by far, up tremendously over the past couple of hours, up today, 16%. It's fantastic. This thing's been on a massive rally since the 28th of September. If we look at this here on the 28th of September to where it is now, we've seen an overall growth, a robust growth of about 240%. That's a 3.4x, you guys. It's crazy. If you bought back down here at the lows where we had originally talked about it, actually I say originally, I think we originally talked about it back here, but we did talk about it at the lows too. Even if you bought the high point of these lows to where it is now, you'd be a solid 7x, man. This thing is crazy. It's moved up a crazy amount since July. It's one of the few tokens that actually looks bullish now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. While it has been doing well, and I think it does have a relatively low market cap. We look at it here, 300 million. It's not super low, but it's not the highest market cap in the space. While it is a relatively low market cap, I don't think that it's the best time to invest, right? Clearly, you're at new all-time highs. There probably will be volatility. This thing does shake out here and there, right? I would expect that we do get some kind of volatility back down to this range, and it will offer a better opportunity to buy. The most important thing to remember in moments like this where the rest of the market is shaken out, where we have seen a drop, a catastrophic event across the space, it's important to not get distracted and sell your coins that are boring, that have just seen a drop, and buy the coin that looks like this, because this coin will more likely than not correct back at some point. I want to do some analysis on the short term and the daily, and then we'll come back out. I mean, here you can look at the RSI. You're up at the 90, double bearish divergence right now on the daily time frame. You're probably going to pull back a little bit. I'm very bullish on Soon. I think between now and the end of the cycle, this coin could see a 100x. But before that, you might have some turbulence. All right, let's go over that real quick. Let's talk about the 1 hour time frame. And for those of you that aren't aware, to my knowledge, Soon has some of the highest APR or APY whenever it comes to staking in the space. APY is better than APR. What's the difference? Just know APY is better than APR. Other than that, really, there's not much difference. APR, you get the rewards. APY, it compounds them. Okay. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, the RSI is fantastic. The volume is not, right? Here we are moving up with spectacular volume. Here we are moving up with volume, right? 41 minutes left in this hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down. By the time most of you watch this, it probably already is back down. Stochastics are bearish, and the MACD actually looks, I'm sorry, the stochastics are bullish. The MACD looks bullish too. They're all very bullish right now. Of course they are, but we have 41 minutes left in this hour. Let's see how it goes. 4 hour time frame. And I'm curious, what about the 15-minute time frame? Yeah, 15 minutes. I mean, I don't know. I think that you're going to come down. 4 hour time frame here. We do have some bearish divergence driven right here between this point and this point. There is some bearish divergence that never resolved itself, but here we are moving higher, furthering that divergence. It's quite possible all the way up here at $1.06. I know it sounds crazy. This is something nobody would expect in crypto, but we could see a 50% drop happen. That's a bit of a joke, right? Because we saw the average coin drop about 50% just like 2 days ago. We could see a 50% drop happen from here and go all the way down to about 55 cents or something like that. Stochastics look bullish and the MACD looks bullish as well, but I can't help but feel like there is some bearish divergence that is getting in the way here. And again, the lack of volume on this move up, it's just not 15% in a 4 hour candle. I mean, here you moved up. Okay, that was 46% to be fair. It's just no volume. It's no volume. I don't like it. No volume doesn't interest me. Daily RSI, we're looking at this. Like I said, you do have double bearish divergence. What makes it double? You have a high and a lower high here, and then another lower high right there. That's two lower highs. It's double bearish divergence. High, higher high, higher high. Volume's dying off. Stochastics look great. MACD is accentuated, and the histogram is showing bearish divergence as well. Right? If we're looking at this from an overall high from back in, come on now, that was August 10th of this year to the low on the 25th, we're very, very near our golden ratio. And perhaps that's exactly what we're aiming to do. We go right to our golden ratio, and then we come back down. Now, it's actually very common to find resistance to the golden ratio and come all the way back down to the 886. It's actually very common to do that. And it's a strong thing. You shake out the weak hands, you load up the strong hands because they're buying back at relative areas of support, and then you rally, right? Buying back at the 886 is practically buying back at prior resistance, like right at the peak there, right? Just a little bit lower. It's actually really, really good, because then think about it like this. Let's put a line right here. Okay, here's the 886 right here. Think about what that does. Okay, you sell off. You have all these people who bought up here, right? They think they're so smart. And then you sell off, you're like, it's okay, I'm in the red. I should have sold that, but whatever, I could just buy more. And then you're here, you're like, okay, this is where we'll find support. We'll definitely find support right here, right? That's going to hold. And then you go through it. And then people freak out because, oh no, we broke the prior resistance. It's not holding support. What's that mean? Are we going to this level? Are we screwed? Is this thing a Ponzi? And then we find support right there, and then we move up, right? People capitulate at the worst moment, and that's typically what happens. People capitulate both ways. They buy at the worst moments, and they sell at the worst moments. And I really, truly wouldn't be surprised at all if we hit $1.11, $1.12 right on the head, maybe a little bit above there. Sometimes you do go a little bit above the golden ratio, but then all the way back down to one of two targets, either the 1272 or the 886. That's my guess. So it's anything from a 55-cent target to an 80-cent target. We're at $1.08 now, neither of which are really appetizing or make me desire to buy right here. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Love Soon Token. We've been talking about this thing since June. Talked about it here, talked about it throughout all this, not consistently, but here and there, right? We've talked about it at key moments, and this is a key moment here where I think it might be appropriate to say, hey, pump the brakes. I don't think that we're getting enough volume to call for this move, and I think we're more at points of exhaustion, and especially with the rest of the market looking like it does, I think we're at points of exhaustion rather than points of continuation. The people that are involved right now are probably more likely going to take profits and rotate that into other funds that have dropped rather than buying here, right? The smart money is not going to be buying this thing while it's at the highs. They're going to be buying anything and everything else that's on a discount right now. That's my thoughts. With that being said, again, who am I to say this? It's at a $300 million market cap, soon is. And that with that, you do have 100x potential. You could see a $30 billion market cap by the end of the cycle. What if you don't see 100x? What if you only get a 50x? Okay, $15 billion is still very doable. What if you don't get a 50x? You get a 25x, $7.5 billion, very doable. There's immense potential even at these prices. I think Soon has immense potential, and I've always thought it was an interesting project since we first read about it. But I just don't think that's the time to invest in it now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Do your own research. It's really easy. CoinMarketCap makes it so easy, man. They should make me a sponsor, I swear. I should get paid for all the love I give CoinMarketCap, and at the same time, they pay me by giving me this excellent tool for free. What was I going to say besides buttering the bread there? What was it? If you're trying to do research, you just go on CoinMarketCap. You click on the website, right? You click website because it tells you where it is, right? Here's its website. Here's its socials. You can click on it. You go on the website, and then you read all about it. Read all about it. Have fun. Figure out about the staking, which is pretty cool, right? But even whenever you do stake, do be aware that there is like a 7-day lockup period. I'm pretty sure that whenever you want to unstake, there's a 7-day period. And if you use any of the added APYs, it adds 30 days, 90 days, 180 days. These are not constant. They're not permanent. They are subject to change. Okay, so all of these APYs, they can change every single day. They could be lower or higher, and most likely they'll be lower. They'll go lower over time. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. Total value locked is about $99,000. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. There was more. I think there's more. That doesn't sound right. Maybe there is, but 99,000. Oh no, sorry, that's 99 million. There we go. I was doing it wrong. $99 million. That sounds a little bit more appropriate. Yeah, on a $300 million coin, you better have something like that going on. I very much believe this thing has a lot of potential. I don't believe that it's done here, but again, I think it's probably a better time to sell than it is to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if I was holding this right now, my thoughts would be I'd probably sell now. Screw waiting 3 more cents. I'd sell now. Put a buy order back at 80 cents and then layer buy orders out between 60 cents and 55 cents and call it a day. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Take care of your kids. Bye-bye.